G'day mate, and welcome to another great issue of Navigator, our e-zine bringing you the latest and greatest news in the cruise industry and, of course, news from right here at Cruise Connections Canada. You'll also find in this issue some great travel tips, cruise specials, and articles, including a delicious recipe for you to try out, all in this month's issue. Last month, we featured South America, and this month's featured destination is Australia and New Zealand. This area includes some incredible ports of call, like Adelaide, Auckland, Brisbane, Cairns, Christchurch, Melbourne, Sydney, Wellington, and much more. Some of the great attractions that are in the area include the Great Barrier Reef. It's the world's largest reef system. Or maybe you've seen and want to visit the Sydney Opera House in Sydney, or even Queenstown, New Zealand, where they invented bungee jumping. Most of these main attractions are located along the coast, making a cruise the perfect way to visit this area of the world. And some of the sites, like the Milford Sound in New Zealand, its most famous attraction, are only accessible by cruise ship. Here's some great deals to tempt you for Australia and New Zealand. Starting with Princess on the Diamond Princess, January the 3rd, 2011, 12 nights from Auckland to Sydney for only $141 a day. That's only $1,689, folks, and that's going to Auckland, Taronga, Christchurch, Dunedin, through the Fjordlands, and over to Sydney. A great itinerary. If you'd like to look at Holland America, super deal on the Volendam, January as well, January 16th, this time 14 nights and round trip from Sydney. This was only $110 a day. It's less than half price. The ports of call include Sydney, Nomia, Lifu, Portavia, in Vanuatu, going over to Fiji, a couple of ports, Ile-de-Paz, and then back to Sydney. Another great choice would be Royal Caribbean on the Rhapsody of the Seas. A little bit later in the year, March 24th, it's 11 nights, but also round trip Sydney. And the ports include Sydney, Newcastle, Willis Island, Port Douglas, Cairns, Arley Beach, up to the Gold Coast for Brisbane, and then back to Sydney. If luxury's on your mind, well, you're not going to find a much better deal than this. This is 60% off, folks. Silver Seas, 6-star service on the Silver Shadow. February the 18th, 2011, 15 nights from Sydney to Singapore. It's only $5,518 or $367 a day, and the ports are superb. Just listen to this. Sydney, Brisbane, the Whitsunday Islands, Cairns, Thursday Island, Kupang, Komodo, and Bali in Indonesia, and then over to Singapore. Another luxury deal, more like a steal, is Seabourn Spirit, 200 passengers, February 18th, 2011, 18 nights from Cairns to Singapore. Prepare to be pampered, folks, from only $333 a day, $5,000 for the entire trip, Cairns, Cooktown, Darwin, Kupang, Komodo, and Bali, as well as Samarang and Kamaranja in Indonesia, and then on to Singapore. To learn all about Australia and New Zealand, we're delighted to feature this month's cruise specialist, Lee Brink. Lee was born and raised in New Zealand, but also spent a number of years in Australia. He's got some great tips to help you get the best out of the destination. Also in this issue, we have a review of the Radiance of the Seas. We recently hosted a tour and luncheon on board the Radiance for several of our guests, and we'd love to show you about it. She's the first of Royal Caribbean's Radiance class ships and really delivers a great at-sea experience, lots of open spaces, sweeping vistas, and spectacular features like a 10-story glass-constructed centrum and elevators that face the sea. Be sure to check out the event and read the review of the Radiance of the Seas. And I'm sure just like me, you've wondered, how do they make that incredible food on board? Food and cruising have been going together for a long time. Well, we're sharing some of those secrets. Make sure to check out the recipe in this month's issue. As well, for other recipes, you can visit our webpage. Before I go, I wanted to encourage you to become a fan of Cruise Connections on Facebook, where you can find the latest in cruise news, cruise specials, contest giveaways, ship reviews, photos, videos, and a lot more. And just for joining us, your name will be entered to win a free cruise for two for 7 nights on Celebrity's Millennium in 2011 to Alaska. The draw is going to be held on September the 30th. I'll be announcing the winner in the next issue. Please don't miss out. Visit us on Facebook today and enter the contest, and we've got further details of the contest there as well. Well, thanks again for tuning in, for reading our e-zine, for all your great comments and support, and for giving us an opportunity to help you go on the most fantastic vacation, a vacation at sea, a cruise. So until next time, take care.